You're watching CoastLife with Leah Rizzo and Charlie Sakaitis.
If you're looking for a hot cup of joe and a hot date, it's two things that might seem to be going together a little more often recently.
Yes, the conversation is forming around the idea that coffee shops are the new hot first date spot, which I didn't realize they were never not a good first date spot.
Yeah,
I think they're the ideal first date spot.
I think that this is one of those things that goes in waves as to when it is popular and it's not. I know it's been popular in the past, so I can't say that it's like a major departure, but it does serve a couple different purposes.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's a good first date spot?
I think it's a great first date spot because it's so low pressure. I feel like sometimes the bar can be a little tricky depending on how familiar you are with this person for a first date. Like if you guys know each other a little bit better, then I think it's a little bit less pressure.
Yeah.
But I think if you're just meeting somebody for the first time, if it's a blind date, the bar can be a little
And who knows
intimidating.
How much of the alcohol is going to impact
how the alcohol might affect some
goes.
decisions, how much, how expensive you're going to order a first meal, who's paying, what are you wearing. I think there's a little bit more pressure on that. I think coffee, it's cute, it's casual.
It's quiet enough to talk.
Yeah, and I think it fosters good conversation. I think you kind of get to see a little bit about their taste of desserts. Like I think coffee's a fun first date because it's easy and you can relax a little bit.
I also wonder if there's an economic component to
Sure.
this. We have seen for a number of years now that people are a little bit tighter with their wallets right now, a little more concerned with some things. Coffee, pretty easy, low-cost first date. So maybe on that front, it's a little easier. And we've seen some numbers that suggest that even amongst younger generations, people are just drinking less. So the bar thing might be a little out, and the coffee house might be a little more in as a third space location for a date.
That's true, because if you are, if you just get a cup of coffee, that's a pretty inexpensive date with a really fun atmosphere. Like there are some really cute coffee shops out there, and especially in our area, there are some really cute ones.
Some adorable places
that gives
to
you
go.
like a good date atmosphere. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're just getting a cup of coffee. It feels like it's got a little more punch to it, and I think it does make it. It feels like effort has been put into the idea of the first date without having that pressure of a big bill attached to it. I also think maybe that's one of the things that has changed. Maybe like in the city, coffee shops haven't been as popular of a first date spot, but maybe now they are for that economic reason.
Yeah, I see a lot of different reasons why it makes a lot of sense for people. The thing that I do think is intriguing to me is you do have to be a bit of a conversationalist for the coffee shop to make sense as a first date spot. So make sure you have something to talk about. Maybe have a few questions pre-planned just so that
Be a good idea.
So in case the conversation hits a lull, you can throw a talker out there.
I do think maybe you do run a little bit of like sort of a hipster snob risk at the coffee shop, the same way you would at certain breweries. Like if there are certain attitudes about beer drinkers and
what
certain
your coffee
order
drinkers,
what your coffee order is.
But you know what?
You can also weed a person out fast that way.
I was gonna say, if that's who you are in either direction, then you're gonna find out if this is gonna work or not. And that is the point of a first date.
Ding, ding, ding. So I think it's great. I never knew that it fell out of fashion, but if it comes in waves, I can also see too if Gen Z spent, a lot of their teen, early 20-somethings enclosed indoors because of the pandemic, maybe they weren't utilizing the coffee shop as a date spot.
Or maybe they just did a lot of Friends reruns and now they are looking at Central Perk as their ideal date spot.
That's true. This is sort of a Rachel Green vibe.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, So there you go. Coffee shops are the new in hot first date spot. So maybe bring your date there for a little something, something. But we've got some more CoastLife for you. That's on the way.
Welcome to the stunning 3-level townhouse in the Plantation Lakes community in Millsboro, Delaware. This home offers 3 spacious bedrooms, 2 full baths, and 2 half baths. The open concept layout features an expansive living and family room, perfect for relaxing and entertaining. The gourmet kitchen is a chef's dream, complete with an island, modern appliances, and plenty of cabinet space. Upstairs, the generously sized bedrooms provide a peaceful retreat. The fully finished basement adds even more versatility, ideal for a home office, media room, or additional living space. Happy Place of the Week is sponsored by the Parker Group.